It was good. I mean, the energy out there, I think for our guys, seeing our guys out there having a good time and really embracing, Pat Tillman and what Arizona State is about is pretty cool to see.
Saw you there with Jonathan Gannon. What were those discussions looking like? Just catching up?
Yeah. Hi, how you doing? Good to see you.
Jake Plummer talked to the team before.
He did.
What did he take?
Just the message of, in order to win, you have to be a brotherhood, you have to be a family, you have to compete at a high level every day, and you have to do that every day, and you have to repeat. And there's going to be controversy, there's going to be arguments, there's going to be fights, but at the end of the day, when you get back in the locker room, it's a brotherhood. And he said that was the secret sauce that they had, but the reality is there's no secret about it. And that's why we got to recruit guys that want to be here, recruit guys that are passionate about each other, good people who want each other to succeed.
What do you think of Jaden's first live action throwing?
It was good. I mean, for not being out there, but he got cleared, and I mean, he wanted to go, and kudos to him for was cleared, wanted to go, and in a scrimmage setting. So I was happy that he challenged himself to get in there a little bit.
Were you able to talk about Hines Ward?
Yes, Hines Ward is our wide receiver coach. The contract or the agreement's done, so he's going to be here. He was out here today. He drove out here with his wife. We're excited to have him part of the brotherhood. I mean, we were working with it for a few days, right? There was one thing in the contract that we couldn't agree upon. I told him he had to admit that there was only one toe in bounds, and he wouldn't do it. So we had to take that language out, and once we took that language out, he signed and he's here. So.
How did that relationship with you two come about?
Yeah, so I always study people. That's just what I do, and he started coaching about 6 years ago with the Jets, and I thought it was interesting. Okay, this is a tenacious player. He's starting to coach at really the bottom floor of coaching, so obviously he wants to do it, and I just kind of lost my mind for a long time. And then Coach Butterfield, our chief of staff here, he was offered a job on his XFL team when he was the head coach. And I said, well, how is he? He goes, he's an unbelievable person. Well, how is he as a coach? He's a phenomenal leader of men. I said, okay, well, we need to interview this guy, because if he's a great person, he's a great leader of men, then let's see if he can coach football. And we brought him in, and he was phenomenal in his teaching progressions, phenomenally in his vision for what it looks like. And the thing that really stood out to me most was anytime you hire somebody who's been successful, you say, okay, do they want this? Do they want the grind? Why do you want to work 100-hour weeks when you don't have to? And when I asked him that question, he said, I love it, and I want to prove to people I can do it. And when you have a guy and you watch him play the game, all he did was prove people wrong with his effort and physicality. That was his identity as a person. And then when he's in your office and he says, I want to prove people that I can be the best at this, you can feel it. And when you can feel the energy, when you can feel the passion, any room he steps into, any family that feels that passion that I felt in that room, right, they're going to want to play for him.
What were the players' reactions to Hines Ward?
That was about it. They were, holy cow. I was talking to X, and he was like, yeah, I had like 9 of my family members call me about it, right? But the thing is, there's Hines Ward, the player, which is great. There's a lot of players who can't coach, and a lot of players who can be great coaches, right? My goal was to find the best football coach, and I believe I did that. And it's not about, yes, his accolades helped him learn the knowledge and learn all those things to become a great coach. But I truly believe after being around him a day and a half, being on a whiteboard with him, seeing teaching progression, seeing the passion for what he's about, the person he's about, he hit up somebody to ask about me, and the first question he asked was, is he a good person? Well, the first thing on our board when you walk in is be a good person. So if he's asking about me, and that's his first question, then what do you think he values? That fits the culture that I'm trying to build here. And on top of that, he wants to be here. He doesn't want to move around. He wants to find some stability in this coaching world, and that's another thing I'm looking for.
What's it mean to you for him to be able to coach under you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say under, I would say with. Every coach that I coach with, it's a team effort, right? I don't get to do much coaching. I can do some coaching, but I got to trust that people are going to carry out the vision. And, 2 nights ago, he texted me a big notepad of notes from a meeting that he just sat in with us and the team. And it was lifers, little things, intensity, family, education, response, success, right? And he talked about Smart, tough, the ball, the team. Be a good person, make good decisions, have more fun working harder than anything in the country. It was all in this notepad. And he didn't take any notes on the scheme. He took only the notes on the culture. And when he sent me that iPad notes of the culture, that's a guy who gets it. He understands what wins. That's what wins. And that was what I took away when I met with him in person. That was what I took away 2 days later when he shot me that text.
In the last 2 weeks of spring practice, are you trying to settle down the two deep, or are you going to do as much shuffling the last 2 weeks as you've done so far?
As much shuffling as we've done so far. Jordan?
Tyson had a really good day. He's been doing well of late. Good to see him a year plus removed from injury.
Confidence, maturity. You know, he's growing up. He really is. And I couldn't be more proud of him. He's making plays. He's blocking. He's trying to finish harder, right? And he's doing it. He's getting mad if he gets a penalty for, blocking. And it's like, that's the stuff that you want to see from these, because he's still young. And when you're young and then you battle an injury and you were successful, now you're injured, you're at a new place, it's hard to stay engaged. We can say you can stay engaged, but we were all 19 years old. Now be a 19-year-old really good player that's now hurt at a new place. And I think he's more comfortable, he's happy, and, it's fun. You get to beat him in Madden every once in a while.
How does the hire of Hines elevate the upside for receivers markets? Deep, talented, a lot of guys with potential too.
Yeah, I wanted a guy who would come in, and when he sat down, people looked at him and listened instantly. How could you not, right? And then on top of that, he has to be able to teach. And when he taught me, I learned something, right? I learned about different release techniques based off the width of a corner stance. So I've never heard that, and I learned it in a meeting from him, and I know when to apply it. And the fact that he could teach me something, I could learn it, and I would know when to apply it in an interview is a testament to his ability to coach. And there is no doubt in my mind he's going to challenge those guys to get the best out of them every single day, because that's who he is in everything he does. So I have no doubt in my mind he's going to bring the intensity and the note-taking, the attention to detail, because that's who he is. And at the end of the day, every player is a reflection of their coach. So what that room's going to look like is hopefully a reflection of him.
Will he be out here on Tuesday?
I don't know. He'll be out here. Whether he can coach or not, that depends how quickly we can move and shake. I don't know the answer to that.